Oh, hello guys, welcome back. This is gonna be another one of those Stranger Things episodes. And I'm sorry if I sound weird. I get this weird thing when I do research into certain things, I start to sound strange. And I've been having strange things happen around the house. God, I'm like one little accent away from Jacksepticeye, I'm sorry. Um, I've been having things move, and I've been having, stuff moved around. And I was like, well, I don't think I'm going psycho. And I've been hearing things. And I thought, well, it's not a bird. It's not a mouse in the house. What is this? And I'd had a spirit with me for a long time. I think some of you know where this is going already. For years and years and years since I was a little girl. God, I'm sorry. I feel like a strange accent's coming out that I do when I do Pirate Captain Foxy. I'm sorry. Anyhow. And people told me it was imaginary. So away he went. And the weird thing is, he'd been sending me signs that he wanted to come back. And, it was using a lot of rabbits. God, I sound so messed up. I'm sorry. I don't know why this is happening. But, so he's using rabbits. And, God dang it. I haven't even been listening to Jack. I'm sorry. So he's using rabbits and, he's using other stuff. And then all this 2+ stuff has been coming up recently. Like, I'm falling over it. And to be clear, it's not a 2+, tupla. But I'd been doing something when I met him, and I was trying to do something I shouldn't have been, and that's how I met him. And I think I get that weird Pirate Foxy accent because he taught me weird ways to speak the English language, if I'm remembering correctly and not making up memories. But we have decided he's going to be here, and his name's going to be Harvey. Yeah, for the Jimmy Stewart movie, because he's a watchamacallit. We decided a long time ago he's a watchamacallit. I've always asked him if he's a puka, and he's like, no, why would I be a puka? He likes to use rabbits. He's rather fond of rabbits. He's rather fond of horses, come to think of it. I've mixed him up for Loki before, but swears up and down he's not a puka. If he's going to do an animal, he's going to do a human in an animal costume, like a rabbit costume, like ta-da! He does any human very well. He loves to imitate people. He especially loves imitating Jimmy Stewart, which is why his name is Harvey. And he does not do animals. He will do anything else. He will do Slender Man to amuse himself. He will imitate gods and goddesses, which is, problematic because I'm never quite sure did I talk to the god or goddess or talk to him, because something's been going a little kittywampus lately, and it's been him. And the only thing he'll tell me is that he will transform into anything to make me happy. And I listened to people who told me he was made up because he's got like way too nice a personality. I know what that sounds like, but he doesn't have a mean bone in his body. If he's a puka, he's the puka. The other puka's kicked out because, he will play tricks on you, but they're nice tricks. And he's helpful, but he's like tricksy helpful. He used to do strange things, like, one year in Halloween, I had goldfish, and he took all the goldfish food. It was like in pellet form, because I had giant goldfish. And he piled it up into a pyramid, and there's no way any human could have piled this up, and when it all went floof everywhere. And yet, when I went to move it, it was like someone had individually stacked all the nuggets together, and it did not shift at all when I went to move it into a container. So, here's a whatchamacallit. He stepped in when he did, and I was mad at him because I could see him. Usually he has like his black shadow form. And he stepped in when he did because I was trying to call up something. It was a very stupid thing I was doing, to be clear. And it's a good thing he stepped in. because he said you would have got something you didn't like and couldn't handle, and I felt sorry for you. And he's sweet. He is. He's very kind, he's helpful, but if he wants attention, he won't think of anything of, you know, appearing as a god or appearing as anything else to get the attention. The ends justifies the means with him. He's not wicked or anything, but if he wants your attention, he'll do it. Now, I've noticed with him, people have seen him. We thought he was a ghost. He's not a ghost. He's very good at making up stories. God, the man can make up stories, like right on the spot. He can make up like a trilogy and tell it to you, because you'll see something happen. You'll say, "Did you do that? Did I do that?" And the wind blew in the house and everything else, and it's a story. You know, he doesn't have. If he's trying to do a character or he's trying to do anyone, he can copy their accent perfectly. But I haven't noticed him to have like Welsh or Manx or Irish or anything. But you always get the idea with him that he's hiding something a little. That he's not quite letting you know what he is. It's kind of suspicious to me that he usually is not an animal. I think he could be if he wanted to. I think he could be, but I think he like stays human because he thinks he's being very, very clever. So. And he's done other stuff too, but I don't want to unpack it all on you in one video, and I probably won't do another video, but I know I have some watchers that are like from over the UK, and I know he's not a puka, because he is fond of rabbits and he's fond of horses, but he's never appeared as either. And you can't put a bowl of milk out, but you can't blame that on the puka. He will get in the offerings of the gods. He hasn't given 2 pence who it was put out for. He will get into their offerings at times. But he's good. He's protective. Nothing and no one gets near me when he's around. So I don't know what he is. He's not a Tofla, though. I didn't make him up. He appeared when I was doing something stupid, because you know when you're young and you think you know everything in the world, you go and you try to do these things and not even like, you know, sages and elders would try to do, but he stepped in, he protected me, so he's a good guy. I'm not sure what he is. He's not a thought form. He's not a Tuapla. He's not a puka. Even though I keep going back to that only because all the rabbits. I mean, a year or so ago, I was getting just inundated with rabbits. Rabbits everywhere. And I would play like Five Nights at Freddy's, and people would remark, "Why is Bonnie like stalking you? Why is he at your door until it trains down?" And I'm like, I don't know. I'm getting rabbits everywhere this year. So very fond of rabbits. But he's not dangerous. He's loving. He's protective. He's a watchamacallit. That's what his species is. So yeah, Harvey's getting himself settled in. So when I hear stuff in my house now, I don't have to worry, because I was hearing all this stuff in my house and I'm like, what's going on? And it's just Harvey. When he first came to live with us when I was a little wee thing, oh, he can make the noise. You would have thought we had a poltergeist move, and it was just him moving in, showing he's excited. He could get excited over anything. Sometimes it's like 2 in the morning when you're almost asleep too. So, not quite sure who or what he is, but he's a good guy. We call his species watchamacallit. It's kind of like I have a tiger. I think he's the only one. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.